Have you ever been on Twitter or maybe Instagram or Facebook and you have seen fans, international fans and Korean fans having a go at each other, just insulting themselves, and you're just reading and you're like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, I, for one, I've had my moment of calling out K-pop stans and Korean netizens when controversies arise or maybe issues happen. But some international fans keep going beyond their boundary, claim to understand the Korean culture to promote their agenda. Whenever there's some controversy with some K-pop idols, international fans are so quick to defend their idols and blame it on the Korean culture. But why is that? International fans versus Korean fans. Do you think international fans are going beyond their boundary? Hi everyone, and welcome to this amazing podcast where we bring to you discussions and topics about the K-pop world, Korean dramas, Korean culture, and just interesting conversation all round. And as I said before at the beginning of the episode, there's this tussle between international fans and K-pop stans, and sometimes, as much as it's interesting to watch, it is actually very concerning too. I still feel the Korean culture has become a scapegoat source for so many fandoms. Of course, as an African, I wish that predominantly controversial countries would pursue more progressive ideas, even though my country, Nigeria, is still conservative to some extent. But I do my best to know my place and know when it's appropriate for me to comment on something happening in another country. I won't deny the fact that Korea is overall a pretty conservative country. I'm not trying to justify the hatred that is in that country, and I feel they need to work on it to make it stop. But like every other country, Korea has its own problem. Korea isn't your literary K-drama fantasy. No country is perfect. And I suggest before making assumptions about Korea, you need to go there first. And make up your own opinions and conclusion when you get there, not by something you see on social media. And I'm not saying that all international fans act like this. I just think that a few of them would say things like, my idol or my artist will be more happier if they do not live in Korea and move to another country. Then they will see how toxic their country is. My sweetheart, my dear, your country might be worse for them too. Your country might not be the best option for them right now. The thing about it is that most people have not lived in Korea. You don't know what their culture is like. You don't know what their conservations are about. Yeah, they're a conservative country that do not condone some things. And when they see some things, valid things, they call it out, and you are triggered by it. Why are you triggered by it? It is not your culture. It is not your country. You don't know anything about that country, and you are quick to give an opinion, even though not respectfully. You are quick to give an opinion about something you do not understand. I just don't think Korean culture and the people like getting the blame under the big umbrella of K-netizen. That word K-netizen is just encompassing everybody. I am not saying that they are all perfect, but I feel that most normal Korean fans are also amazed by the stupidity of some of these crazy Korean fans who go insane every time there's a controversy, sending trucks. Is that how you have money in that country? The next thing, they are sending a protest truck. The next thing, they are threatening to withdraw support. I don't understand. Who are you? Who do you think you are? I need you to answer that question. Why do you think your opinion matters so much about the life of somebody you've never met before? Please, calm down. Take a chill pill. But in the same spirit, I know that not all international fans are like that. But I noticed that the most annoying thing is that the minority are so vocal about some stupid things. I apologize if you feel personally attacked by this, and if you do feel personally attacked by this, you have to work on yourself. International fans sometimes can be very, very judgmental. Stop. You blaming the Korean culture when something happens to your favorite or the people you like is not very nice. Not everybody in Korea is like gossip blogs. I'm even sure some of them don't even have the time to listen to things about K-pop. Like, recently I was listening to an interview, or let's say a podcast, like a video podcast, and they were asking a straight interview, like a vox pop, asking people, do you listen to K-pop? And 80% of them were like, no, they don't listen to K-pop. I'm like, okay, they don't listen to K-pop. So where does this K-netizen, who are these K-netizens that are always on the matters of these idols, are busy sending protest struck? Who are they exactly? And I'm not denying that they are bad and toxic Korean K-pop stans, or very toxic Koreans in general. But the fact is that every group, every country has bad eggs, and you cannot blame the entire country for a few bad eggs that are rotten. I know that different countries have different standards and different cultural difference, and I feel that if you understand this, you understand the angle where the Korean netizens are coming from when they criticize some of the things our favorites do. And I'm not talking about extreme toxicity. I'm talking about when they just stalk or condemn something they do, not in an harsh way, but they call it out that this thing you did was wrong. I feel you need to understand where they're coming from before you make your judgment or you give an opinion about that matter itself. My conclusion is that I feel everybody should be respectful and always put morals before K-pop. Think about it deeply. What he did, what she did, but is it right in all angle of the way? If it's not right, okay, call them out constructively and make them realize they've done something wrong. Not just condemning them totally to the extent that they commit suicide. Please don't make major conclusion about the whole entire country that consists of 60 million people over a few things you've heard on the internet. And to wrap this all up, Korea is just a country we are privileged to enjoy its culture, to enjoy its music, to enjoy its entertainment. I feel that because Korea is now a country where everybody gets to see what is going on. You are so invested in the country, you can see everything happening in the country. That is why you feel the need to be vocal about some of these things, but you are not from that country. So I feel international fans should be mindful of what they say about the Korean culture and the Korean people. Please keep it respectfully and let your morals talk before your emotions talk when issues and matters arise like this. And this is all I have for you on this episode. It's short, right? International fans versus Korean fans. Do you think international fans are overstepping their boundaries? Should they be limited into poking their nose into things happening in the country? Until I meet you in the next episode of the podcast, make sure you watch a lot of K-dramas, listen to a lot of K-pop, eat and drink well, and stay safe also, everybody. Bye for now.